Good morning and welcome in, everybody. Before we get into this morning's update, very important issues to go over. First, XRP, where it's sitting at right now at 59.3 cents. This, if it holds up, would be an absolutely brutal end result of XRP going back over 60 cents, which is a 6.5-year resistance going back to 2018. We got up to almost 62 cents and still could not hold 59.7 cents on the back test. Right now we're painfully underneath. In fact, we just came back up and tapped 59.7 cents. And if this holds, this would be a very bearish rejection here. As we know, the Ethereum ETF goes online shortly. And right now it's the only thing in the green, up 1.3%, up 47 bucks. But that doesn't tell the larger story. XRP right now, if you're a fan, if you're a holder, if you're a speculator, we are in no man's land, the fortuitive four man's land, because we are below 59.7 and we really need to stay at 59.7 or higher. Right now we're in rejection territory because you don't want to stay under here and tease that we can fall through. So during this morning's technical analysis, we're going to look very closely at the 6.5-year pattern formation, going back to all-time highs in 2018 at 330 depending on exchange. We took 27 months to create the uptrending support in March of 2020, and that was right about 10.8 cents. So over 27 months, we went from $3.30 to just over 10 cents. That's a big consolidation, and that contraction has happened ever since. We've had the same descending structure since then. Now we had our first attempt to break out since March of this year, and only the fourth time since 2018 have we snuck our head over. Well, this will be the fifth time, and all 5 times we've gotten rejected and pushed right back through after the actual run was over. And the run hasn't got anywhere higher than 63 cents at any time in the last 6.5 years. As far as this time, it was 63, but every other time, let's say back in March, 75 cents, couldn't break past any farther. 75 was the resistance. You go back to 21, we had $1.98 was the resistance, couldn't get back up over, and that ended up being the resistance. 330 back in January of 2018, got up to it, couldn't get over, ended up being the resistance. And then you got the new resistance in April of 21 that we just spoke of. And then you have a resistance in March of 24, and then another resistance in June of 24. So all 4 times we've been slapped in the face. Every time we get up there, we peek our head over and we get knocked back down. So we'll take a very close look at this in the technical analysis. And then if we do some reading, we'll talk about how XRP price hasn't seen $1 since 2021. Could this change in Q4? And it would not change in Q4 if we cannot hold this rotation. If we cannot hold this rotation, we're going to end up being in a very bad way here. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. I would greatly appreciate if you hit that like button so YouTube recommends this. It wouldn't matter if you've seen my content or not. When you look through the YouTube news feed, my content will pop up and you can make an impact on the community. So please make sure to hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 9:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see with XRP, not the spot you want to see it on Tuesday morning, down better than 2.45% or 2.5%. We failed to hold key support going all the way back to January of 2018 that's been acting as resistance. And now because of that, if you're looking to buy XRP, I would hold off. If you haven't gotten your XRP. We failed to come up to that handle so far, but if you ask me, there is a possibility we put in a short-term cup and we're just putting in that handle right now. It's just if we break down from here, it's going to be a quick and swift drop. Right now, we must get over. If you're watching right now, you don't have to worry about buying a spot position. If you haven't bought spot yet, ignore it. You're looking for a spot position. If we would have held, if you're not already in, that is, a hold at 59.7, and right now it does look painfully bearish. Looks like a reversal candle here as well after we tapped the 59.7. Let's go into current times. 59.68 cents. We have a death cross here in the 15. Likely will probably be in the 30 now. Let's see. Nope, not quite the 30. We're on the 200-day support. So right now we're basically on our last ditch support. If we break through the 200-day at 59.1 cents, we're going to have a little bit of a drop here. And we're going to go into the expansion zone. So we already know where we're going to, about 55 cents. So a rejection here. You can see it here even if you don't look at the all-time pattern. We've got the rising channel resistance right now that we're getting rejected on. And we could very well come back here to 50. It's right around, let me put this in real time. Let me get this out of the way because that's speculation and conjecture. That could still play out, but it's getting in the way. So 59 point, or what is this? 56.3 cents could be this consolidation. And this could be the expansion zone to come get further support, because we weren't able to break out of the resistance area. So now you have to come try to garner more support. But the question is, are we going to fall right through this? This is the uptrending support that was created. We bounced off it a couple times, but now we've been rejected again at the 60-cent level. That's not good. This is not a good rejection. And as far as I'm concerned, unless we get back over 59.7 cents here in the immediate short term, and I mean immediate short term, this could be viewed as the biggest failure since 2018 as far as price appreciation. That rejection in 18 led to what ended up being a better than 99% drop, as it turned out. So if you bought in at $3.50 and it went down to 10, you're done. You're down 99, but you're done. So that's a brutal drop. So now we're trying to rectify that situation. Unfortunately, we were unable to push up and over, and that leads us to continue this dilemma. How XRP hasn't seen $1 since 2021, but this could change in Q4. So there are opportunities to buy XRP. You're just going to have to be very visual. 3 big catalysts for a potential XRP price boom include technicals, significant whale accumulation, and the nearing resolution of Ripple's legal battle with the SEC. The XRP market is well positioned for price surge between now and October, driven by a potential breakout on the charts, whale activity, and the end of Ripple's legal battle with the SEC. In doing so, the XRP USD pair could finally see values near or above $1, a level it hasn't attained since 2021. So XRP price nears long-awaited technical breakout. XRP weekly chart reveals a symmetrical triangle pattern that has been forming since early 2018, characterized by converging trend lines that compress price action. The cryptocurrency is testing the pattern's upper trend line resistance, eyeing a successful breakout to pursue a run-up toward the next major resistance level at around $1 in the coming months. However, it would need to cross above the 86-cent level, which is the rising channel resistance, up around 45% from the current prices, which has historically acted as a significant barrier, most notably in January to March of 22 and July of 2023. Other technical indicators support this bullish outlook. For instance, the weekly chart's relative strength index RSI is rebounding from the 50 level, suggesting increasing buying momentum. Moreover, the volume profile indicates rising trading activity, often a precursor to a sustained price movement. So XRP whales accumulation boost upside prospects. On-chart data from Sentiment shows that most XRP whale cohorts have been accumulating the token in recent weeks. For instance, the XRP supply held by its richest cohort, those holding over 1 billion native tokens black, has increased to 41.44% from 40.27% in 24. That corresponds with a slight dip in the 100 to 1 billion XRP balance cohort. So what I'd like to think is somebody who had the high millions finally hit the billion mark, and that's exactly what we're looking at. More recently, other whale cohorts have also picked up momentum and accumulation, namely those holding between 1 million and 10 million XRP tokens. Accumulation among these high-value cohorts is often a bullish signal. Large investors typically increase their holdings when they anticipate higher prices in the future while leveraging their market influence to facilitate this. So the Ripple versus SEC potential settlement. The long-standing legal battle between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, appears to be nearing its conclusion. In 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that XRP is not a security when sold on digital asset exchanges, marking a partial victory for Ripple. However, XRP is still considered a security when sold to institutional investors, meeting the conditions of the Howey test. Significantly, a recent meeting between Ripple and the SEC has been rescheduled to July 25th, 2024. And this meeting is expected, and that is not the case. It is not expected to discuss settlements. That's just conjecture and bullshit, actually. The meeting is to finalize details, yada, yada, yada. It's happened about 150 times during this whole process. And Brad Garlinghouse came out and said as much, that they are waiting for a ruling from the judge. Nothing more, nothing less. And then we'll go from there to see if a settlement could be reached. But it would be on what the judge says and not something that comes between Ripple and the SEC. Unless I see otherwise, that's the way I'm approaching it. So I don't look at this as a settlement meeting on the 25th on Thursday. I look at this more as the normal operating procedure. So Golden Cross on the XRP weekly chart. RSI looking really good to go at around 44.31. If we keep this momentum, it's about to take off to the moon. Even better than Ripple, might be finally close to a settlement with disgusting SEC based off newsletter. No, that's completely false. So, former SEC lawyer Mark Fago expressed skepticism about the likelihood of a settlement, suggesting that the case might continue through the legal process. However, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is optimistic that a resolution could be reached before the end of the summer in 2024. So, and that resolution would come by judge. This isn't because of a settlement. And as I talked before when I started this update, no reason to buy XRP right now if you haven't bought, because we failed. XRP failed. There is no doubt about it. We failed this morning. It's a major blow to XRP holders or the XRP community or even speculators, because it's the same old plays true. XRP comes up, Ripple and the whales start selling, price gets cheaper, whales start picking back up. And at the peak here, when we got close to 63 cents, remember Ripple unloaded 150 million XRP. That wasn't by coincidence, that was by design. So when we start asking ourselves, why did the price go up? Well, it could very well be the fact that, I needed a little price appreciation for the whales and Ripple to gain a little bit of traction. So, right now, the bottom line is we failed. We broke below 60 cents. That's 60.2 cents even here. That is the rising channel resistance. Failed to hold, got rejected. And even worse, we got rejected again. Only for the fifth time we've come up here, or fourth time we've come up here in 6.5 years. For the fourth time we've rejected. And this one's the one that's going to hurt the most if it continues down. I'm just telling you right now, this one's going to hurt the most, because not only did we come down, correct, retrace. Now, if it does get rejected here like this, you can clearly see a big topping reversal, and that'll likely bring us all the way back down there. 56.2 cents is the expandable drop zone. So if you have any hope here, 56.5 cents has to hold. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That would have to hold. If this doesn't hold here, goodbye. Goodbye. And we'll be coming up to newer lows here if that doesn't hold. We'll be coming back up to that uptrend. And right now we're in a very difficult position. Very difficult resistance. We just can't seem to break over it. Now, I'm not willing to say that it's over yet, but if we lose that 56.3 cents, you might as well pack your bags up. So no reason to be negative this morning. No reason to feel like the world's falling or caving in. The only thing that's happened today is we were unable to validate the breakout. So a historic moment seems to be going by the wayside once again. So once again, if you're just paying attention for whatever reason, you're drinking your coffee and you're not hearing me this morning, XRP has had a brutal failure. XRP has failed to reclaim the 6.5-year resistance and suffers a fourth rejection. And now our only hope is we hold 56.3 cents if we do come down there, and that we can hold that support and use that as a new measure to push up. The unfortunate thing is here is we're down 3%. we very well could blink our eyes and be down 10% in XRP before we even know it. The sell pressure is that FOMO that could have picked in, that is very well could go the opposite way. Now, obviously, these could be these manipulated movements to trick everybody, because we are still in a very nice symmetrical triangle. If we look at just the XRP USDT chart, we were unable to push up to that cup like we speculated. So the fact that if this doesn't play out, and it could be conceived as a failure, not good. If we look at the uptrending support that we created here from just down here, we've got a support structure. So, I mean, you're really at the no-win situation here. If XRP falls through this, I mean, at 593, it opens up the door to the drop to 56.3. We've already come through 593. And now you can see it very quickly pulled down to the 58.8 cent level. It was at like 59.7 when we started this update. So just be very cautious. As I said yesterday during the live, my swing trade bag, once we came, you know, we went up to 63, 62 and a half. That's when that swing trade bag was gone. And I was looking to reload back up at 59.7 for my swing trade bag, but it fell right through. So I still have my XRP over 12,000 that I always have on the ledger. But as far as adding to my position, I'm going to hold off on that. I already had a good swing trade of better than 30% on XRP. And now it's going to have to be, and that's from a spot position. So we're going to have to look at that from a grand scale when we should buy more. So that's what we'll discuss later on today. And in the live this evening, we'll be discussing XRP's future projection, seeing that we had a brutal rejection today. We'll see if somehow today in the next 12 hours we can pick up, or the next 10 hours and 6 minutes, and see if we can start making a volatile swing before the daily close tonight. Other than that, though, we flip very bearish. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, and I would get it right now on the exchanges, with the price coming down, get yourself set up for when we do have that fall off, if we do. Video description below and our pinned comments. You've got BITUNIX in the video description below or pinned comments. Lowest spot and leverage trading fees you're going to find. You have less liquidity issues when it comes to different kind of trading, whether leverage or spot. So take advantage of that. That's USA or abroad. You don't need a VPN or KYC unless you're sending from bank account or receiving from a bank account. But VPN you don't need in the USA or worldwide. Or if you need another alternative, there's HOTCOIN. They have the XRP Bitcoin pairing. They have IOTA, IOTX, and things like that. Just be very careful if you're leverage trading on the funding rate. We experienced a very negative funding rate yesterday, which is causing me not to do any leverage trading for the foreseeable future. So we'll be focusing more on the spot positioning, but the funding rate yesterday, opening up a leverage trade, it started you down 11.1% on a 10x trade, which means it was a 1.1% differential. So just be very aware of that if you're leverage trading. And I'm noticing those funding rates going out of control on multiple exchanges now. And I never had that problem like we're having now. So I'm going to focus on the spot trading. And we're going to focus right now on where the next opportunity should be for XRP. If XRP continues coming through and you see a rejection at 59.3 or 59.7, very bad. 59.3 would open up the door to the drop immediately to 56.3. If we get back above 59.3, we should retest 59.7. If you see us get on top and hold 59.7, you should be at least buying some kind of position so that you can ride it from minimum 59.7 to 63.3. Other than that, a rejection and you're holding right now, it could be very, very negative if you buy right at the exact moment that we're getting the rejection. Bitcoin, however, still hasn't broken down the back test. 65,818 is where I'm looking at. That's where we broke out of a short-term consolidation, and this would be the back test. And if Bitcoin could hold 65,818, you could shoot up to 70K. However, if it doesn't hold this and we come back down here to 63.5, you're putting in a head and shoulders pattern here. Now, I'd like to see this continue because we had a successful hold of the cup and handle. We broke up and now we're consolidating. If we could just hold this consolidation at 65,800, there's a lot of volatility to the top side. The problem is we're getting a lot of sellers coming in, but I'm not ready to write this off yet. As I've said this whole update, pay attention to the levels, pay attention to what we've been discussing, because it's not over yet. It's just this is where you could get that bearish rejection. So we're looking to avoid that, but being cautiously optimistic. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the over 22,300 subscribers. Hit that like button and share this on social media. And if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. Consider joining Tom's Army if you want to show me personal support. And month 1, you get the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens, all the way to the, what is it now? The 3-year emoji badge, the XRP 5.8 or the XRP Diamond Hands badge. So I look forward to seeing everybody who joins Tom's Army and all the members who are in there now, or consider sending 1 YouTube super chat per month.